Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about Tugo's new homepage, which we call the desk, and I'll show you what's new. You've already seen on your current Tugo that you have a new menu bar on the left-hand side. You're going to see how it integrates with this new homepage. We wanted this page to be clearer, to give you a direct overview of your business activity, and you'll see that there are quite a few changes. Come on, let's move on to the new interface. Welcome to your new Tugo. You now understand your menu, which is fully integrated here on the left. And you'll see right away on your homepage various indicators that give you a direct view of your activity. Every time you have an indicator or a table, you have automatically a little question mark that gives you the exact details of the information. If, for example, I click on the question mark, it will give you an explanation of the first three indicators you have. So it's very well indicated here with information each time on how this indicator is calculated. You have indicators that are financial, so the total income this month, the total this week, and then the number of confirmed files this month. You also have group quantities, meaning the group's currently traveling. We're talking about this week. If you're unsure about the calculation or what the indicator refers to, just click on the question mark. It will explain exactly what it is. It's the number of groups traveling with at least one service scheduled from Monday to Sunday of the current week. So you see it's very clear, it's explained. Next, you see that in the top bar, you have direct access to your main Tugo modules, sales projects, trip builder, groups, logistics, and the financial part. Just to the right, you have a button that allows you to switch to dark mode or light mode. And of course, you know this one, it's your bell, which allows you to have your various notifications appear right here. You see that we've moved the logo. Here, you'll find the Tugo logo directly integrated into the menu bar. If you want to change the logo, nothing changes here. You just need to go to your settings. So those are your host settings. You'll land directly on the home page of your settings, and on the identity sheet from the host, you'll choose your logo directly or upload a new one. I'll do it right now with you. I'll take a logo, put it here, and confirm. And the last thing I'm going to do is set it as a favorite so it can be displayed directly on my home page. Done. I'm going back to my home page, and you'll see that the logo is displayed directly. There, it's done. I'm now moving to the second screen, or rather the second shortcut on your desk, which is the sales funnel. You see, you have two different views indicated here. You have a view that corresponds to the different phases of your sales funnel that corresponds to your CRM, or else the view of your entire team, person by person. You'll have the details of where the various ongoing sales files are located. So two views here. And once again, if you need an explanation, click on the question mark and you'll have the exact principle of the sales funnel. It's the same here. I'm going to take a quick detour and we'll go see how it works. For those who don't know how it works, you can see that here in my sales funnel, I have different phases, and the different phases, well, I can configure them. That's the whole advantage of Tugo. It's that the sales funnel phases depend on your DMC, on your internal organization. And that's why we let you have control over it. I'm going to look in the menu, and here in the menu, it's a setting that corresponds to all hosts. If you are in multi-host, the sales funnel is valid for all your different agencies. I'm going to look at the statuses right now. There are two things that will interest us here. It's the sales project statuses. If I go down a little bit, you'll see the sales phases. If I look at the sales phases here, you see that I find the sales phases that I had directly on the home page. You see that I have my sequence, and here they are active. The sequence is really the order. Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4. These are numbers that you can change. This is where you define your different phases. For example, if I want to add a final phase, so here you see I have my information. I'm going to add a phase that is after the confirmation. It's simply to go and party. So I'm going to put it in phase 7. I make it active. For fun, I'm going back to the desk and we'll see what it looks like. And you see here, I have my last phase, which appears after the confirmation, which is to say it's good, let's party. Now you have to assign these phases to your status. That's why we're going to go back to our organization, which will allow us to select our different statuses according to a phase. So now I am going into my sales project statuses here. And you can see here that I can activate a status so that it corresponds to a phase. I activate it, and then I will choose which phase. Here I find my different phases appearing right here. So if it is refused, then for me that corresponds to phase 5. So this is where you will assign all your different sales project statuses that correspond directly to a phase. And so automatically find the information here in your sales funnel. That is it for the sales funnel information. It is the second table that appears. And then you have your task manager, which is your task calendar. So it is a view that lets you have information directly for the week or for today on the various tasks you have to do. The advantage is also that it is active, meaning that if you need to note down information directly, you just double click on the day and you have your banner that appears with your task that you can save directly. So it is extremely simple and useful. Right from the home page, you will be able to add tasks. Of course, you have the button here that lets you open your task manager. And so that will directly open your full task manager. Here you have your useful links. Useful links already existed, but I would just like to focus a bit here as it might be important for you. I am going to go back to my old one. We will go back to the previous To-Go, so to speak. And you see that here we had the links, which were much less visible. They were small and so on. They were already configurable, meaning that if I go to my settings section, and here we are indeed in your agency settings, so it is your host directly that allows from the host identity page to add various useful links that will serve you and be available for your home page. So it is really interesting to have that here. You see that we can add as many as we want to, and so they will appear directly on your home page. I am emphasizing this because it could be interesting for you. You are used to it today. I will give any example on your old To-Go from before, having direct access here to your categories. You click on categories, you are used to using it like that, and you will miss it because it is something you use all the time. Well, no problem. You will be able to copy your link directly from the categories, and then you will be able to go back to your useful links and add this menu directly. I'm going back to the new To-Go, the new To-Go desk. And I'll show you the example right here. So here I want to have my categories directly. So I'm going to go into my host settings. I land right on the part that interests me, the first tab. And I'll scroll down to the useful links we see here. I'll click here and I'm going to paste the link. So there, what I'm interested in are the categories. And I'm going to add category. We arrive at the home page. And you see here that I now have a link called category. So if you're interested in finding certain shortcuts in your To-Go, you can do it like this. That way, if you have certain habits, well, you can continue to manage them this way. Moving on, I'll scroll down the page and I get to the last part, which is your message manager right here. Well, how does it work and what's the point? First of all, you can write by using an @ symbol followed by the person's name to write directly to them. If I want to notify someone something very quick, I can do that. But you see, the advantage is that you can navigate through different hosts and communicate from one host to all hosts. So imagine you're a DMC with offices all over the world. Well, you can send a message to everyone. You can send a message specifically to someone, specifically to an agency. So here I can select any agency, and here with my status to say, to do, or to follow up, whatever you want. And you'll be able to send a message. What does it look like? Right now, you send your message, it's sent from the DMC you're logged into to the agency you're interested in with the status right here. Here you can definitely reply directly, add a comment, just press enter, and that's it. You have the information noted right here. So it's extremely simple to communicate. You see the potential. We can communicate directly to different agencies, to everyone, or to a specific person. And so that gives you incredible latitude. You'll also be able to communicate with profiles, meaning if you want to communicate with managers, salespeople, or logistics staff, well, you'll have full latitude to do so. So that's it for this first page of Desk Ergonomics with the various changes. You see there are quite a few new features. The idea is that you can have a complete view of your tool without having to spend much time. Right away, you see the activity where you know where you stand, and it becomes a directly useful page for you. And to stay with the new features, very soon you'll have your new CRM coming out very, very quickly. It's currently being tested and will be released very soon. And also, the next new feature will be the dashboard, which has been redesigned to be as useful as possible for you. And I think you'll be happy with the new feature. I wish you a great day to one and all.